Hello everyone, I hope you're excited. I'm Annie and this is the new Sapphic Reading vlog for April/May. It's been a little bit since I made a Sapphic Reading vlog, so I'm very excited to read these 3 books with you. So most of them are very new releases, all of them are actually, and some of them are arcs. So first we have this physical copy, Travelers Along the Way by Aminah Mae Safi. This is a Robin Hood retelling with a Muslim main character, and her sister is Sapphic, I believe, and it's kind of like a found family type deal. Look at this cover art, it's so good. So yeah, this is the first retelling we have on this list. And then we also have another retelling, which is Song of Silver and Gold by Melissa Karibian, and this is a Little Mermaid retelling, and it follows a pirate captain and a siren who have kind of an enemies to lovers relationship. This is an e-arc that I got from the publisher, and I'm very, very excited for it to come out. It comes out in June, so I'm very excited to dive in, pun intended. And then we have one of my most anticipated reads of 2022. This just came out, or earlier in April it came out, and I had a NetGalley arc for it, and this is I Am the Ghost in Your House, and it looks really, really intriguing. It's about this girl named Pi who kind of travels across the country with her mother, and they have a secret, and the secret is that they are invisible. So no one else can see them but themselves, and they go around and live in other people's houses. And Pi wants to go back to the city where she fell in love with a girl whose house they once stayed in. So I am very, very intrigued in that. I'm thinking I might start that one first. So let's go. Hello, so I am here with the 50% update for I Am the Ghost in Your House. I am liking it so far, mostly. It is a really quick read, even though it's an ebook. I am getting through it really well. I just started it last night and I'm already 50% of the way through. It isn't horror like I thought it would be. Like the title and the cover kind of suggest a more creepy tone to the book, but it's more contemporary fantasy than horror. So that's a little strange, but I am liking it so far, so I'll be back to update you when I finish. Okay, so my book of the month books just came. So here, yay! We have Kaikei, which is something I've really been looking forward to. It's a retelling of an Indian myth. It is supposed to be in the same vein of like Circe and Ariadne, so I'm really excited about this. Ooh, it's pretty thick. And then we have Love and Other Disasters, which I added on, and because I'm so excited for this, I just mentioned this in my trans and non-binary author video, and I'm so excited to read this book. It's a romance centering around a cooking competition with a non-binary lead, and I am just so happy and excited to read this. So now, let me tell you about the ending to I Am the Ghost in Your House. I ended up rating this a 3-star. It was a really good premise, but the execution kind of fell short. It felt very average. There was a twist in the romance that I liked. I didn't really like a certain plotline that involved the main character's father. I thought that the time that took out of the book could have been used to develop some of the other side characters. I really enjoyed Pi's friends that were like around her age that she met and kind of trusted with her invisibility secret. But I felt like if we had used that time that was devoted to her father's plotline in developing those side characters of her friends, I personally would have liked the book a lot more. I do think it was a really interesting concept still, and I did like the sweet sapphic romance that ended up happening. It was very cute, but again, like I said, I guess this isn't the book's fault, this is the marketing fault. I was expecting like a way more creepy vibe and like a horror genre, and it definitely was not that. It was contemporary fantasy. It was not scary at all, not creepy at all. It had the feeling of a young adult contemporary fantasy, which is fine, but they should have marketed it like that. But anyway, I did enjoy it. I'm glad that I read it. It was one of my most anticipated reads, so you know, a 3 isn't terrible. At least I didn't hate it. And I'm going to start Travelers Along the Way next by Aminah Mae Safi, so I'll be back with an update soon. Oh, I also want to show you guys this outfit. I got these cool pants online and this belt from my mom. It's vintage. And I got my new MacBook Pro. This is where the magic happens, the top shelf of a bookshelf, because I like to stand. I love this so much. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is like a touch pad. It's amazing. Like, I am blown away, and this makes editing so much easier. Editing my videos, like instead of 2 hours, it takes like 20 minutes. And honestly, it was even taking like up to 8 hours to export everything. So, and yeah, I'm writing today, so this is my plan for the day, and I'll be back with an update on Travelers Along the Way. I also want to show you guys this absolutely gorgeous commission I just got of my characters from the book I'm writing. This is just so absolutely stunning. The artist, I will have them linked in the description below. This is just the most beautiful thing I have ever seen in my entire life. Her name is Nari, and this is Tulil, and I love it so much. And this has just given me so much motivation to write, and I am so happy. Hello, so I am here with a 50% update on Travelers Along the Way, and I am really liking it so far. There's some things that are like, but I'm really liking it just overall. I am loving that it's taking place during the Third Crusade, which like no YA book does, so that is really refreshing. I love that it is from a Muslim perspective, and we get little tidbits of like actual history in there without being like info dumpy, so I really love that. I'm loving her sister. The main character's sister, Zena, is my favorite character. She is the Sapphic one, and even though she's not technically the main character, she still has a really big part in the book. And I also love the people that they have met along the way that make this little found family. So far, I really like it. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes, because I'm about like 42% of the way through, not quite 50, but I can't really see where it's leading. So we'll see. It is a Robin Hood retelling, so we'll see how closely it follows the original story, and I'll be back to update you soon. Hello, so I am here with the final update for Travelers Along the Way by Aminah Mae Safi. I finished this and I really enjoyed it. It was a really fun read. It was quick, very fast-paced and adventurous. It was about a 3.75 for me. It is YA, but it definitely reads on the lower end of YA. And I do wish that the relationships were more developed. Like, I loved the Sapphic relationship between her sister, the main character's sister, and one of the side characters, but it kind of just happened. There was no development because they didn't have any POV chapters or anything like that. So I really do wish, like, this book is pretty short even for a YA. I think it's under 300 pages. Let me see. No, it's 318 pages. So, you know, it could have been a little bit longer, just to kind of flesh things out a little bit more. But that being said, I really did enjoy it. And there were just like a couple of things writing-wise, like stylistically, that kind of bothered me. Like, the titles of the chapters were the names of like modern songs, which just did not fit the vibes of a historical fiction taking place in the 1100s. So I thought that was a really odd choice that could have definitely been caught by an editor and cut out. And since it was first person, I usually have no problem with that, but the main character sometimes like directly talked to the reader. She would be like, oh, silly me, like I forgot to explain this to you guys. Like, you don't have to do that, like just explain it. You don't have to have them talk to us. So that like took me out of the story. But given those small complaints, I did really enjoy this book. I absolutely loved that it took place in the Third Crusade. I mean, obviously that's when Robin Hood takes place, but I just loved reading about that history that we don't normally get, especially in YA. I loved the Sapphic relationship, and I really liked all of the found family characters. They were all very diverse and had really distinct personalities, and I really liked the main character as well. I loved how they were Muslim and how their Robin Hoodness really came through. I think this was a really successful book, and it was just super fun and entertaining. So if you're looking for a really good retelling of Robin Hood, don't miss this one. So next, I have decided to start reading A Song of Silver and Gold by Melissa Karibian. This is an e-arc that I got from Hanson House Publishers. I am so excited to read this. I've been following this author on Twitter to see like her journey, and I'm really, really excited to read this. This is a Sapphic Little Mermaid inspired retelling, and it is adult, and I am really excited about it. So I'll be back with an update soon. Hello, so I'm here with my 50% update for A Song of Silver and Gold, and I am liking it so far. It is a really like fast-paced read. I am a little confused though, because I thought this was adult. However, I checked on the website of the publisher and it says that it's young adult, but to be honest, it reads as adult. Like, the characters are adults, they're in their 20s, and I'm just a little confused as to why it's young adult and not adult, because I feel like things are leading towards a more adult place. I don't know, we'll see. I can't judge it yet because I'm only 50% through. I am liking it so far. I really like the pirate captain's POV a little bit more than the siren's POV, but the story of this is that there is a pirate captain who is kind of someone in disguise, and she is hunting sirens because they killed her brother. And then there is a siren who turns into a human for a reason that I will not spoil. And it is very creative so far. I'm liking it, so I'll come back with an update when I finish. Hello, so I'm here after just winning Camp Nanowrimo. So my goal for this April Camp Nanowrimo was to write 20,000 words, and I just hit it. I am so excited. In my entire work in progress draft, I have hit 83,000 words. So that's also really exciting. I am kind of concerned that this is going to end up being much longer than I originally planned, which is a bit of a concern, but that's okay. I can always cut stuff later. So you're not here for that. You're here for my last update in A Song of Silver and Gold. This book was a quick read, and it definitely had like a hate to love thing, which I know a lot of people really like, and I definitely like it, depending on how it's done. It was kind of like a 180 though. I don't know. I'm having a hard time figuring out my rating for this book because I really liked the beginning. It really sucked me in, and like I definitely thought that the characters were really strong, but then kind of at the end it kind of lost me a little bit, unfortunately. The ending was not as well developed as the beginning of the book. The main characters, Kay and Akira, I think is how you pronounce the siren's name, they had a really interesting relationship, but like I said, it kind of did a really quick 180 instead of like slow development from hate to love. It was just kind of like pretty quick. Also, the main issue that I have with the book is that this is definitely an adult book. This is not YA. I don't know why it's being marketed as YA. Sure, it's fade to black, but everything else was extremely adult. Like there were some really violent scenes, a lot of blood and violence, and also like attempted sexual assault and things like that. I know YA can have things like that, but like if I read this book without reading the publisher's website about it, I would think that this is an adult book, so that's a little confusing. But I think I'm gonna rate this a 3 because I really liked the beginning of the book, so it kind of averages out as a 3, I think. So yeah, I enjoyed it. If you're looking for like just a fun, quick, kind of really action-packed read about pirates, that's always fun. And it's a retelling of Little Mermaid. This is definitely for you, and of course it's Sapphic, that's why it's in this vlog, so this is one to check out, definitely. So thank you so much for watching this Sapphic reading vlog. I think this is number 8 now, which is really exciting. I'm looking forward to doing some more. I might actually do 2 next month. I'm not sure. We'll see. So thank you so much, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel for more bookish videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye!